Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hilltoppers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Delaware's offense has the ball first today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Callaway. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Blue Hens with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Blue Hens come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. It's complete on the right side. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Blue Hens are flying down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
And the whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Wants to throw on third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He wants to change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback moving. Throws to the wideout. This one's complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And some room to work. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to pick up yardage. Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Blue Hens back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Western Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll try the left side. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fakes to grab. Good, solid tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got a little space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Callaway. Under fire. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Hilltoppers will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And on 2nd and short, they'll send 3 receivers wide right. Looking to pass, it's Callaway. Here's the pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection. Looking to... Big play there. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
To throw, it's Callaway. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wells. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They go to the ground. Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Finds his man.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Looking to throw for it. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Hilltoppers are on the move.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Dan, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Callaway. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to... downfield. They've got to score points.
The Hilltoppers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Skips away from pressure. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Looking to throw on first down. Downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Get all you can, then get down with the slide. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Back to pass, it's Callaway. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Blue Hens want to move quickly. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
He spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Okay, ready?
Line is set on third down. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Blue Hens will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They knock him down, but he's... enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. The Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, another big incompletion on third down now, and if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any.
Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Hilltoppers have this offense rolling. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires on the move. He's got the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Delaware. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the upright. What a return that was as they put points on the board with that 91-yarder. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you can
picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Got it. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. 1 play, and they put it on the board. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Callaway. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I think both defenses are expecting to have a lot of fun in these conditions, right, guys? It is snowing. They know it's going to be really hard for these players to hold on to the football, so they're trying to make tackles, but they're also trying to scoop and score in this one because at any given time, someone can put the ball on the ground.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
And it's frustrating.
There he goes. Inside. Touchdown, Delaware. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hey, a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give on the inside. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Callaway. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown, Delaware. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And this sophomore signal caller really seems to be out of sorts, not exactly sure what he's seeing. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense, as corners made plays. Really, the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys, offense.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. It has been a quiet and somewhat forgettable game for this sophomore behind center. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his... And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. The Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And they'll knock him down.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator, you're backed up. You're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On his way from around the 50. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, the Devil Bear offense going back to work. Running back searching for a hole. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Blue Hens can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Blue Hens trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Here we go. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And this is not what they expect in terms of performance from their quarterback. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense as corners made plays. Really, the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered, and it's just one of those days they want to forget.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Smart move to keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give out of the gun. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run for it. Got enough for the first. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And so far, the quarterback play has been less than stellar. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense. And this offense would have taken a lot more of that today. It's been a rough day. Let's call a spade a spade. They haven't played.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. Those hands can get a little frigid in weather like this. He'll make the fair catch signal and secure the catch. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Delaware.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back gets the give. Oh, he's got some space. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. The Blue Hens are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And they spike it. You think they want to keep the clock moving with the lead here.
The clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Callaway. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Coming up, 4th down.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College